Ba, 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 ba. Right. Okay. Hold on. Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to my Andromeda playthrough that I started because of problems with my Mass Effect 3 playthrough. But I will return to that at some point. I don't want to just leave it uncompleted and in a rage quit at the glitch. I will go back and complete it, I promise. If nothing else, I'll play through the entire series again. But for now, I'm going to continue this playthrough. But yeah. I might end up trading its location with my Jacksepticeye pin. I got a Kingdom Hearts pin with Kingdom Hearts 3. Because I did go ahead and buy Kingdom Hearts 3. Because I went to Walmart and I didn't want it to be just for super glue. When I went through the trouble riding my bike all the way to Walmart. And I had extra money from my tax return. So I bought it. And I do plan on playing it at some point here soon. But probably not until after I move. Probably. I do really gotta get buckling down on my packing and shipping of stuff that's here. So yeah. Hopefully I still have a little bit more live stream ability. I might have to do a test packing. Just to be sure. We'll see. We shall see. Anyways. Let us dive in here. Back into the fray. Alright, I'm going to remute this just for now. I don't need things about random fish while I'm live streaming. I'll have things about random fish later. Watch me miss an actual conversation. Anyway. Takes so long to load. Understandably though. There is a lot to load.
The Pathfinder's position.
Marking the nav point on your map.
Doesn't look far. Let's make this quick. We have to get there before the storm hits. No detours.
What was my dad scouting for?
He was trying to get readings on that tower.
Well, the nav puts him near it.
Exercise caution. The storm front is already gaining intensity.
Nice to have you back, Sam. How about some good news next time?
Ryder, your dad was in trouble. We have to find him.
I'm going. Your horses.
Like right now.
We're working on it. I'm kind of having wrist issues right now, Liam. Give me a second. Will I, like, work it out? I'm, like, legit having wrist issues. It's, like, really hurting. Wasn't hurting just a minute.
Don't have much time.
Look, the rods. They're drawing the lightning away.
If we hug that wall, they might keep us safe.
Dead bodies here. Lightning didn't do this.
Neither did we. This is more than we took out.
Incendiary rounds. My dad's been busy.
He wasn't in. Somebody was pretty clever with these rods.
Only way to survive here.
2, if you count
Ooh.
on side.
Ow. Come on! Let me freaking scan this stupid thing! Let me scan it! Oh my gosh! What the heck? The heck? That was annoying. It's like, oh, you're trying to scan something? Here, have some interference constantly.
Sir,
Stay low.
I do like the fact that it kept my color scheme. Makes your writer feel more unique. Compared to the others.
Visitors, just like us. I don't think they're native to the planet.
they're not. We found an abandoned lab, like they've been studying the place.
Good work. You actually did some scouting.
That's why we came all this way, isn't it? Exploring the unknown, you said?
Glad that sunk in. Because some days it's easy to forget.
Tell me about it.
Sir, you said you had an idea about the weather?
It's the dark energy cloud the Hyperion hit. It's affecting the whole planet. Interfering with that. The tower is caught in a feedback loop with the cloud. Together they're disrupting the entire climate with undirected energy.
It would explain a cave we found. Plant life sheltered from the storm. From that tower.
It's a good bet. And I think if we can get in there and shut the tower down, the lightning goes away. And the shuttle can get us out of here, in theory. We just have to get past them.
It's a hell of a gamble, but we won't know until we get in there and try.
No illusions about this. It'll be a nasty fight the whole way.
If the riders are game, so am I. But we risk turning a skirmish with these guys into something worse.
It's them or us.
Oh, it's them. Problem is, we're outnumbered.
I've been working on that. We just need to change the math.
So pessimistic, Liam.
Works for me.
Let's go!
Right behind you.
Sam, load combat profile.
Here they come!
Now we've got their attention.
Watch the lightning!
Get into that building. We don't want to get bogged down out here.
Working on it.
This went south in a hurry!
Why can't I run? It's a big
They're coming
controller.
out of the woodwork. Go, 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 go!
I'll take that.
Sam, biotic amp interface mode.
I'm here.
Keep the momentum up. Don't let him get the drop on you. Keep up. Ready? Let's get inside there.
Excuse me. Where are you?
Sam, give me engineer profile.
Sir, where are you getting these profiles?
Little help from Sam.
What does that mean?
Just focus on the fight. We're almost there. This looks like a control center. Keep him off my back.
You heard him.
We made it. In one piece.
Not over yet. I need to get through that door over there.
What now?
I need to decipher the language.
There's more coming up.
What's the plan here? They'll surround us in no time.
We need to defend both sides or they'll flank us.
Where do you want us?
Right.
Got it! Watch it! Think I see movement!
We held them off at the shuttle. We can do it again. A lot of people still counting on us.
I'm just getting warmed up.
They mean business. Keep them off your deck.
Analyzing possible inputs. 25% decrypted.
Hurry, we don't have long.
Hold both sides. Can't let them slip through.
What is this place anyway?
I don't know, but they sure want it back.
Well,
50% decrypted. It's an unusually complicated syntax.
I can see that. Try a recursive search.
I will need a moment to evaluate the pattern.
We only have a moment. Do it.
I think I really pissed that one off. Maybe because I shot him in the face.
Sir, any progress?
Decryption is 75% complete.
We've almost got it.
Just a little longer. They're falling back.
Could be regrouping for another push. Stay sharp.
Alright.
Decryption complete.
That did it. It's a security override. I'll try to open the door from here. Ah, damn. Damn, it's jammed. I need to take a at it. Ryder, I need your help over here.
Go, it's okay. We'll keep a lookout.
We need to get this
Alrighty.
door open.
Coming.
On it.
Put your back into it.
You really think we can shut this thing down?
I don't know yet. Sam's decoded part of the language. Now we'll see if I can have a conversation.
Who do you plan on talking to?
More like what? I think it's automated. Come on. These are the moments that make it all worthwhile. Sam, begin translating.
A moment. Indexing. Translation complete.
Let's see what we have.
I'll be damned. It's working. We did it.
There's hope at least.
That's all anyone back on the Ark is looking for. Hope it'll work out.
Well, not if we stand around looking at sunsets. Let's get back to the shuttle and... Repeat! We need an emergency extraction now!
They're spinning up the shuttle. ETA is 3, maybe 4 minutes.
We don't have that long. Deep breath.
Initiating transfer.
Move! She's going into cardiac arrest.
Pulse is weakening. Tell the Ark to prep medbay. Come on! Pulse dropping. We're losing.
It's a seizure. Her brain can't handle the connection. Get her to Sun Node. Sam, what's the reading?
Ryder's implant is overloaded. I suggest a hardwire connection.
Do it.
There!
Welcome back.
What happened?
You were clinically dead for 22 seconds.
Did the rest of the team make it?
Hey, you're still with us. Guys, get to Sam Node. Ryder's awake. Who are you talking to?
Sam.
I didn't hear him.
You're up. Look here. And here.
My father. Where?
It was your life or his, and he chose you. I'm so sorry. I know this must be a blow.
I can't believe he's gone. One minute, everything was fine, and then...
I know he could be distant, but he once said that when his time came, he wanted to go out among stars no one had seen before.
What are we doing in Sam Node?
Sam is now part of you. In a way we don't entirely understand. It played havoc with your brain.
Sam?
Your father authorized the transfer of Pathfinder authority to you.
Shouldn't that be Cora?
In theory. In reality, you're the new Pathfinder.
You can't be serious.
What's the matter? I think you're up for it.
That's easy enough to say. But going out there and doing it? I barely survived that last mission. Hell, technically I didn't.
But you're alive and kicking now. You're not a quitter, that's for sure.
It's all academic anyway. Sam's linked to your mind on a deeper level now. Trying to untangle it could kill you.
I know this is tough, but we need to start thinking about the next step. A lot of people are counting on us.
Is the Ark still drifting?
That's the thing. Whatever your dad did with that tower, it saved the day. Some sort of atmosphere scrubber.
The energy cloud thinned out. We're on our way to the rally point now. Should be at the Nexus soon.
She needs to rest first.
She has 2 hours. We'll need our Pathfinder for this.
Oh, I checked on your brother. Still no change. But if you can pull through, so can he. A bit of your dad in both of you.
Your father will be missed.
What's going on, Sam?
This is our private channel. I shared it with him.
Why did he do it? Why me?
Unknown. But he never acted without reason. Alec wouldn't want us to lose sight of the goal. He said pain emboldens our resolve. He'd insist we grow stronger from his passing.
Ryder, good to see you on your feet. We're at the Nexus. It's the forward hub for the entire Andromeda initiative. The Asari, Solarian, and Turian arcs should be there too.
Let's hope they've had better luck.
Starting our approach now.
It's almost as big as the Citadel back home.
Nexus Control, this is Arc Hyperion requesting docking clearance. Captain, I'm only getting their automated approach channel, not a live person.
Well, like it or not, we're here. Take us in.
Construction should have been finished by now.
Could be worse.
How? Habitat 7's a bust. We might have started a war with the first aliens we met, and our Pathfinder's dead. This better be rock bottom.
Green across the board. Docking initiated.
All right. I got us here. Good luck, Pathfinder.
Gonna be okay, Ryder?
Captain just called me Pathfinder.
Captain wants to see a full-duty
This
roster.
is really happening.
Just take a deep breath.
I still can't believe Dad's dead. This should have been his moment.
But now it's yours. You just need to decide what you're gonna do with it.
All station personnel report to duty stations.
It'll be nice to see some friendly faces this time.
The Nexus runs a support crew. Just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the arcs.
It means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one.
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
We all could.
Yeah. Rough ride so far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead. Here we are.
I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody? Well, this can't be right.
It's like everything's on standby.
If it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job of it.
We could see what the VI has to say.
Plants are still alive.
It's like they didn't finish building it.
Welcome to the Nexus, gateway to Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry, my code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
Where do colonists live?
Once you've cleared immigration, our helpful staff will assist you in choosing the home world of your dreams. Will it be the tropical paradise of Habitat 7, the gentle rolling hills of Habitat 3, or perhaps the mysterious twilight world of Habitat 5? Whichever you choose, rest assured our Pathfinders have carefully vetted all colony worlds to ensure your security and prosperity.
Aside from the fact that it's not been done yet.
That's where we landed. She's way out of date.
Where do
One with
Habitat 7. That's where we landed. She's way out of date.
How does the immigration process work?
We ask that you submit to a brief medical exam to ensure your health and well-being after making such a long journey. Once you've been cleared, our colonization experts will assist you in finding your new home. Please be mindful of the queue. Thousands of eager colonists like you are waiting to begin their new life in Andromeda.
Where? Place is deserted.
What can you tell me about the Andromeda galaxy?
Here in Andromeda, you are over 2 million light-years away from the Milky Way galaxy. This is the furthest any life form has ever traveled outside our home system, making you a brave pioneer indeed. The Nexus itself is located in a region known as the Helios Cluster. Here, you and thousands of your fellow colonists will fulfill your dreams of settling a new home. Fortune awaits.
You'd think they would update the AI with information of what they've learned so far,
It is the first destination for
just
all
in case.
upon their arrival in the
Yet they kind of lost hope there for a bit, but still.
the Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
What year is it?
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's normal to feel disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological after effects you may be experiencing.
Well, she's got the date right, at least.
So where is everyone? That's all.
It has been my pleasure. Please see one of our helpful immigration staff for further assistance. And welcome to your new home in Andromeda, where the brightest star is you. Current wait time for immigration processing is unknown error.
Right. That was helpful.
Not really.
Hello? There's a guy. Maybe he's got champagne.
Hello, good sir. I can go answer my questions. I know that already,
We're from
but you know.
Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
What are you doing here, sneaking on without telling me? I did say something on Twitter. Or did I forget to say that I was live? I might have forgot to say that I was live. I have apologized. I did say that something on Twitter, though, about getting on soon. Didn't I? Or did it not? And yeah, it went on 53 minutes ago. I think it's been 30 since I got on. I think I wasn't paying attention really to the time that well. I forgot to say when exactly. I forgot to make a post when I got actually on. I'm sorry, Peter. I did not mean to leave you out. I was actually sitting here wondering where you were this whole time. 'Cause usually you don't take this long to rejoin me. But I have not been here for a whole hour. It's okay. Just long enough to finish up Habitat 7 when we get to the Ark. You missed me meeting up with Ryder's dad, and we fought some cat. It's not very professional of you. Well, neither was breaking 2 objects while cleaning the house today. Or going, I rode my bike all the way to Walmart. It's going to be for something besides just super glue and spending $80 on a video game. I got Kingdom Hearts 3. I thought about playing it, but I said I'm going to wait until a time where I live stream where I know you're going to be here so you can experience it with me. And also I might wait till after I move to start it. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I only have probably like 1 more week though. Maybe 2 weeks. We'll see how it goes. I really should get all the rest of my stuff packed that I can get packed prior to the day of, though. I should at least do a test packing of all my stuff here so I can know where it will be in luggage and stuff. $80. Is it a special edition or is that standard price in America? It is. Hold on, let me get the box. And I will tell you. It is the deluxe edition. It came with this special case, which usually I take my games out of their cases and put it in a case where I keep all of them. But because I spent $20 extra for the deluxe edition, I'm keeping this case and I'm keeping it in this case. It came with 3 art cards. I put the box art in there too, because I'm like, this is good box art, and I paid $20 more than I should have for this game, so I'm keeping the box art. And I'm not sure what else it might come with, like digitally, like on the game itself. It has this code with it that I'll have to put in when I get it downloaded. That was another reason I decided not to play it today, because it would take some time to download it. It also came with this pin right here that I'm actually going to trade it places with the jack one, so it was not covered by my headphones.
Yeah, we just got in.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
But we thought...
I'm going to Google it.
What?
Or capture.
I was going to get just the regular version, but they were out of stock. So they're paying $20 more because they were out of stock for the regular version.
I don't believe it. I'm Tyrion Candros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us...
Sounds like a scam.
This is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
Kingdom Hearts 3. The regular price would be $60 for a new game.
But aren't you expecting us?
You're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer.
Alright.
I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center.
Oh, and it has the art book. The art book too. I almost forgot.
Wrong with our plan, huh?
Steelbook. This is a steelbook case, which I've seen steelbook cases for other games, and they are generally really expensive. $20 extra to get a steelbook case, an art book, a pen, special art cards, and whatever that code gets me is actually pretty good. So if I had pre-ordered it, I could have also gotten a Bring Arts figurine, but I didn't pre-order it because of saving or moving. I hope you're not spending money you shouldn't be. I mean, I probably shouldn't have spent $80. I should have just waited and gotten the regular version for $60 at a later date. But it was extra money left over for my tax return that I didn't need for the cost of buying all the new furniture and stuff that I need to get. So I went ahead and got And then resisted the urge to buy a new plushie on the way out of the store, too. Because they had these really fluffy, soft-looking plushies of bunnies. And I really wanted it. I was like, no, I'm spending $80 on a game right now. I'm not going to spend more money on a plushie. And I don't need. That would add more space needed for shipping things. Anyways.
We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost hold.
You should have bought a new controller.
A lot of people died.
Yeah.
No power, no food. The chaos went on.
Probably should have.
It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over. Ryder, we should get to the tram. A lot of people will want to see you.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack.
We had a first contact situation on Habitat 7. Whole thing went south. They tried to kill us.
That wasn't first contact. We know about them. Those aliens are gonna be a real problem. We're here.
It always cuts that conversation off.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
So you out with friends tomorrow? Is that like your farewell get together with them?
You have no idea how much
No.
means to us.
Well, after the first church service, I might be going out to eat with some, but the reason I won't be live streaming after Bible study tomorrow is because my best friend, who I am going to go move with, and my other best friend, who is a fellow writer, have a date to get on and talk about his writing because he needs some help with it. I'm trying to sort some things out with a scene in his story that he's writing that doesn't quite feel right to him. So Sarah and I are helping him. And tomorrow is just the best day to do it. So I told them that I would do a little extra live stream today or Monday to make up for not live streaming after Bible study. I might live stream throughout this next week, coming week anyways, just because it's getting so close to moving. I don't know how quickly I'll be able to pick it back up after I move. And there'll be at least 1 week where I'm not live streaming at all. So, yeah. I will do a live stream between services. My plan for tomorrow is church in the morning. Possibly go out to eat because it had been planned, but one of the people who was going to go can't make it because they have funeral stuff to do. And then live stream, Bible study, get on with friends. And then we'll just see how the week goes. Just keep me informed, please. Will do.
Not as much as it means to us. We had one hell of a time getting here. Nice to see some friendly faces.
Hungry faces. Any supplies you can spare would be appreciated.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at her.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
Well, we came a long ways for nothing if I'm not.
We'll all die if you're not.
That's no way to treat a guest.
Kesh.
I'm Mackmore Kesh, superintendent of this station.
I love Kesh.
Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
Alright. Alright.
No, it isn't what we want. What choice do we have? How the hell should I know?
Excellent. Let's go over the
Spender,
document
you
check
have
list.
a job. If you want to keep it, do it. God damn it. All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
I didn't catch this the first time around, but I understand why she says my face is tired. It's a continuation of the earlier friendly faces, hungry faces thing. Did you do any more research on the Mass Effect 3 bug? I have not, but I will when I get this, when I decide to go back to it. So the only I would have thought though that I would have found a solution if I was gonna find one just by googling it, and I might get different results after I move too. Location affects your Google searches. We'll see.
I don't want to get into it. Things went wrong. And now I'm the one you have to deal with.
Alec Ryder wouldn't accept that kind of ultimatum. Damned if I will. We'd never have left home if we... Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
I don't think her head twitched at all. It did.
There's also this strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced.
Didn't know location affects Google search.
The tech here
Why is that?
thinks different?
I don't know.
We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say...
It just does. I don't know why it does. Probably because of server differences or something. Randomization.
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
It also affects what kind of prices you can get from airlines. The timing, location, frequency of searching, and what website you're using to search all affect the prices you can find for airline tickets. There's a lot more factors that goes into things than people think about.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends, or...?
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack. They disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is. Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it.
But you gotta defend yourself. I've never been on a plane. That's okay. I was never on a plane until I was an adult myself. I was never on a plane as a child. I was 20 years old when I first got on a plane. I like flying. Aside from the times where my motion sickness acts up a lot, and then those flights aren't very pleasant. But when it's not, it's fine. I get some sleep usually.
Success isn't over a year? How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus has citadel.
Have you ever flown abroad or just around America? I flew abroad once. I went on a mission trip with my church a few years back.
Ryder?
We went to Ghana, Africa. It was our destination.
Foundation of outposts to feed the initiative. We might as well be.
We had a layover in Amsterdam.
None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Do, 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 do. For posterity, in case the initiative goes belly up. Nexus is a four-ring circus. Don't like how Tan operates, and his disdain for the Krogan is obvious. I believe his intentions are ultimately good, but he's an opportunist who is likely to create dissent. I don't see the Nexus coming together if he's left unchecked. It's already polarizing Addison. She's taking the cue to circle the wagons. I think I can talk to Kandros about this and at least try to get the two of us more coordinated. Or maybe not. Seriously, I hate this kind of drama. Seems to be present wherever you go, though, Kesh, unfortunately.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
What happened to Gian Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only one in a thousand.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them, either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had.
Maybe you should paint your face with this pattern next time.
Krogan children will live.
Kesha's a girl, by the way. She's a she. I'm not sure exactly how I would make that work either.
Nothing more for now.
'Cause I don't have as much forehead as she does. I could definitely do the eye and the chin.
That's fine. I don't care. We know the problem is more widespread than we thought. We're working to fix it. That's all.
Sounds like a guy. That's just because she's a Krogan. You hear enough Krogan speak, though, you'll learn how to tell the difference between a female Krogan and a male Krogan. It's definitely distinctly female Krogan.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Already checked the consoles down here, right? Huh. I think you forgot to hit confirm when you filled out the forms. They're not listed. Nah, it's fine. If you say you fixed them, you did. I'll just check those boxes for you.
But it's dangerous. I would double check them to be sure, sir. What do you fellows sound like? You'll find out. You'll find out when you meet one of my favorite characters. Well, you've heard Rex.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others...
I still wish this guy was romanceable.
Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
I would love this guy to be romanceable.
What do you know about the enemies?
Or even just to have more dialogue with them.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
Why? Do you fancy him?
The good one?
A little bit.
Family is old military. There were expectations, you know. Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments.
So that's your type then, huh?
Snatched a gun and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards,
Maybe.
on the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny.
Personality.
Is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
He's not a pushover. But he's nice. He does have a good voice. Just saying. And I'm really partial to blue eyes. And red hair. But you know, appearance matters very little in the grand scheme of it. Otherwise, all my game crushes would look the same, and they don't.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. It's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
It's rough out there. I might need backup if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
This console reports on the militia's current strike.
He already did.
No news on the Turian Ark yet. Or is this militia business?
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Please speak with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to participate.
I I already did. He already
the
gave me.
console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
I'll deploy your people carefully, Kandros.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can handle themselves. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Alright. Oh. What? Send them on one set, they will. Maybe it's just been so long since I've been on here. So who are you going to romance? The same chap as last time? What was he called? Garrus or something? That's in the first 3 games. Garrus is in the first 3 games. Garrus isn't in this one. And this one, the last time I played it, I romanced Jaw. Honestly, he's really the only one I see as an option. Because as much as I like Liam as a character, he's not really one I could see my writer as I imagine her. I kind of imagine her to be a lot like me, dating seriously. And I don't date anything but seriously. Maybe he's kind of too, what's the word? Wanton, I guess. I don't know. Based on status report 16C, it seems we're no closer to gaining a foothold in any sector. Without decent recon and greater intel on this enemy, I'm starting to think our efforts are futile. The risk involved and continued loss of resources and lives makes it hard to justify. With morale this low, we need to scale down expectations again. Kendra.
Engineering reports. Hyperion.
As I said, I wish Candra's was an option. Who are the other options for Film Shop? Vetra's another option, but she's female. Not that there's anything wrong with people with there's nothing wrong with lesbian people who swing that way, but I do not swing that way. Which is another reason why I want to go Liara. Because I don't swing that way.
It's wrong. Just wrong. It's not right.
I'm not sure if Gil's available for Film Rider or not. But he's kind of got someone already.
So it's true. A path
Not like already, but can develop.
Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
Exile, huh? Guess it wasn't for having a hand in the cookie jar.
They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
The excuse of he was his friend is an excuse people really shouldn't use because people murder their friends all the time. I mean, like, not all the time, but, like, it happens, okay? You know what I mean. Just saying that he was his friend doesn't disprove it.
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security is, let's call it strained.
I can believe it. Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Ket are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last here.
Apparently we're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just... a lot.
This wasn't in the job description. We have to find a world, then save it.
Glad it's not just me feeling it. But it's not just you either. We're a team, right? It's what...
But the planet was toxic. What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish?
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Perhaps both.
People murder their friends all the time. Now I'm glad there's such a distance between us. I would never murder my friends. I'm too loyal and emotionally attached for that. I'm just saying it happens.
And its gas bladder can expand 300%. Amazing.
Hey, Hirik, how about you?
Telling the police
It's weird.
that he couldn't have done it. He was his friend. Just doesn't disprove guilt. I mean, I know I would say that if I was accused of murder of one of my friends.
Thanks, Mr.
But I also understand that that alone would not disprove.
Data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop, or lab, you know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time.
I hope you could have understand all that, by the way. I had something in my mouth while I was speaking.
Dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Don't give up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened. And I need to know.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Try and stop me.
What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Alright, Pathfinder Eric, talk to me.
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
You betcha.
Engineering report. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
No. Seriously though, you have no worries for me. For some strange place to have a tree. I mean, they need oxygen. Trees make oxygen. It's actually very eco-efficient. If I could have a tree in my room, I'd definitely have a tree in my room. As I turn my teeth blue with the blueberry stick. No, seriously, you really wouldn't have anything to be concerned with from me, Peter. I don't murder people I don't use, much less friends. As you're aware, there was a mutiny aboard the Nexus during your absence. Events escalated quickly. But we believe it began with a fire in hydroponics and theft in the armory. Motivations for the uprising vary. You mean your teeth aren't always blue? No. Just when I've eaten something blue like this. I mean, I could also turn them red. Anyways. Even the motivations for the uprising vary. Mob mentality was certainly a factor, but for the leaders, including your predecessor, former Security Director Sloan Kelly, it was a conscious betrayal. There have been perfunctory attempts to catalog and address the damages caused by Sloan's people during the uprising. Supplies stolen, equipment broken, things of that nature. I was hoping the militia could step in and draw up an official report. It's imperative we know what we are working with if we are going to survive. Director Kent. I need my people focused on defending the station, not taking inventory. If you really need militia oversight, I'll get Sergeant Niels to look at it. That said, it was my understanding the exiles were more Calix's people than Sloane's. Isn't he the one who started the mutiny? Calix Corvanus may have started it, but Sloane made her allegiance clear. I know she held you in high regard, but I hope you can be impartial when it comes to this task. Sloane Kelly's not who I thought she was. There won't be a problem. Good. Then you won't object to sending a small and discreet reconnaissance team to find out where Sloane and the exiles might have gone. When we do get colonial efforts up and running, I don't want any surprises. Boarding report from Recon Team 232. Trail's cold. Found what looks like an abandoned camps in the Pfeiffer system, but none with living inhabitants. Only graveyards. The conspirator area was among the dead, but not Sloane Kelly.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Do now. I got chocolate milk. Well, it's normal milk with a straw that turns it chocolate. A straw that turns it chocolate? I have never heard of a straw that turns milk chocolate.
Weapons and stuff.
Is that a European thing?
Use the console to take a look through what I got. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash-landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
Oh wait, I have salvage.
Hey there.
Maybe it is. I got strawberry ones too. inventory is full. Yeah. I don't have even have inventory space. Apparently.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilk and Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Milken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh?
Maybe it is
Called in
just
the big guns to exile
strawberry ones.
Andromeda's first murder.
I read that already.
I'm not here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them.
Blueberry sticks give you hiccups.
There's a recording.
Existence can give me hiccups sometimes.
Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilk and Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
Doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await
The Nexus versus Colonist Milken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
You'd be surprised. There's also Purvine in the seed bank.
Nobody's making creeper in Andromeda.
You'd be surprised.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Hyperion infantry missing galactic scout cookies.
Wait, really? Seriously? I want those.
You'll have to fight Kesh for the galaxy slums.
I don't care. It'll be worth it. Hello, Console. Now you're going to be very good friends. We'll get you all fixed up and ready to go in no time. As soon as we hook you up to all that juicy, juicy power.
All right, moving on. Docking clamps?
Fully active and engaged.
Docking hatch integrity?
100% Nexus Control.
And we're done. Hyperion status, all clear.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Did you see any Ket in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
I thought I didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps...
I hope that's not the only thing you've eaten today. You better have had some proper food. I've eaten pizza.
The entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself.
And, cheese sticks.
Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here, Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to see.
I had chicken and chips. Sounds good.
But you said every planet you found is unlivable, so how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
The way I see it, you need me. If I pull this off, maybe you'll look like the leader you pretend to be.
But first, you have to succeed at being the Pathfinder you pretend to be.
You say.
Where's my ship?
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No. I'm fine.
There's a couple other things I need to talk to him for.
Flattering view of me, but I want to express my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning.
You do know what I mean when I say chips, right? I know it might mean something else right over there. French fries, right? Not potato chips.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human ark. We'll find them.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling it out?
Yeah, but they are fatter than a fry.
But I suppose I have no objection.
Fat fries.
Physical evidence.
We have fat fries too. They're just not the typical fry. I believe the fat ones are called home fries. Why? I'm not sure.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate.
And call potato chips crisp over here.
The promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave. But before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
Sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did Jean Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Kandros mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. Their muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
Well, when you don't even give people the chance to prove otherwise, of course they're going to prove you're right. Because you're not even giving them a chance to prove you're wrong.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Jean Carson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth, wealthy, young for a human. Carson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons.
Oh, there were
One
some
for
left
every
in here.
colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them. The thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like
Ever thought of making your hair purple? I had my hair purple before, remember? Not that shade, but
The hope is
Did
that
you
this
recall?
station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda.
various times last year I had it purple.
Into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here, or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
Would you go all in on it like that though?
Kandros runs the militia.
If I could get that shade without bleaching my hair, I would absolutely make it all that shade.
It is maddening.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
Would hair like that stop you getting a job though? It seems to be way more accepted by employers and potential employers these days than it used to. It would probably prevent me from getting jobs under managers with very old-fashioned ideas.
What do I need to consider?
Or who judge people based on appearance solely.
Supports life. An outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who would want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
That's all.
It's kind of a moot point though, because there's no way I'd be able to get hair like that without bleaching my hair.
Depend on each other's success.
I don't want to bleach my hair. Multiple reasons.
Yeah, looks fine so far.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
You know what they say. It's not paranoia.
If someone is out to get you, yeah. third time this week. It's getting worse. First one was small stuff. This one could have hurt bad if I'd been closer.
That's not good. Sorry. Understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Whoever's doing this has to be stopped before someone gets seriously hurt.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm an engineer, not a PI. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, that's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me, if they start hitting critical systems.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Find out why. Be careful.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
You weren't listed as bringing that many colony power generators along. Really? I'll let Addison know. She'll be pleased.
Before we removed them from the station, the Triggers left some surprises in the system. The superintendent has had everyone on deck manually double-checking the relays. What happened? It'll be in the security update, somewhere in your message queue.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Whenever you're choosing your response, you always seem to go for the left option. Is there a reason for that? In part, it's because it's the more humorous. It's the humor option. In part, because it just seems to line up. Usually seems to line up with what I'm saying more. Though a few of them have been ones that I didn't choose last time round. So that they're new responses. So, yeah. There's also that.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
GG.
I should perhaps have listened when you suggested not pursuing this course of action. No, I'm fine. Just a bump on my head. And don't you dare laugh.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used. Scanning. This panel has been tampered with.
Send the data to Raj.
Yes, Pathfinder.
all personnel. Be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
You're in the forest? What district?
Moz. Bradbury landing near the Green Band. Didn't last.
Not a fit? Good you got out before screwing up then.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Callus is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Alright, let's go confront her.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Do. Hello, Cora.
Hey there. You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
Which one was Addison? I haven't chosen that one yet. But
She understands the stakes. If I fail, we...
You won't.
Let's hope not.
You won't. That's the end of it. I worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your brother's doing.
Engineering update.
yeah, I do need to go talk to Sam still. I almost forgot about that. Cora's a bit of a cutie. She is. But hey, thank you for not ragging on her. I see a lot of people who rag on her. It drives me nuts. She's really not that bad of a character. They're just nitpickers.
What's the latest about waking Joel up?
We're in a holding pattern. Word is that the Nexus doesn't have enough room.
But they've been here for like a year, haven't they?
This is the captain.
Yeah, I guess it didn't go
Reliable
so well.
team should hold and await further instructions.
Zara Kellis,
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Callis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patel's. A third party seems likely.
The real saboteur could be setting you both up.
Because we both figured out something was going on? That would make sense. It's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Alright, while I'm here, talk to the people over here I need to talk to.
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
We powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec's quarters. You have access now.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father. He was really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people. He was right about going planetside, though.
I wish he were still here. There's so much he could have taught me.
You'll do fine. You're off to a good start. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Now that the Hyperion is docked, what will you do?
Normally, I'd supervise thawing out the colonists, but that's been put on hold. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster even 5 years ago...
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job. Coming here, all this, it was just a logical extension of what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new worlds. What self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
I'll definitely jump at the chance.
Request to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
Do. You just literally appeared out of nowhere. Alright, Sam. What's up, man?
Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Sam, if we're going to work together, you can't keep hiding things from me.
Apologies. I am simply following your father's wishes.
What was he keeping secret?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Keeping things like this secret just makes everyone suspicious, like you're up to something.
Alec didn't think others would understand. He viewed it as a symbiotic relationship, benefiting us both.
What do you get out of this?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
That's pretty amazing.
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew some would fear it.
Yeah, he's got a point. So what does this mean for the two of us?
I find myself in an unusual position.
Andromeda, represent. How's it going? It's going pretty good. How's it going, Jaunty? How are you today?
Placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not
Hey, boobies.
The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's
Hi.
In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Yo, boobies. Alright.
Welcome back, Ryder.
What are your capabilities?
Good here. I love this game. I do too.
Matrix. Each is an artificial
I'm glad.
to support Pathfinders and their teams.
But AI
It makes me happy. I've seen so much hate, unnecessary and undeserved hate for this game. Is Dexter there, or are you talking to me? Dexter is here. And now he's walking away. Dexter, where are you going? Yo, puppies.
So there are other Sams out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced Sam in the initiative.
Come on. Stick together. Come on. Here you go. Agreed. Some folks criticized it unfairly, but it's wonderful. Yep. Well, a lot of people didn't even give it a chance before it was even released. There's a reason why you should never listen to the reviews from critics before you play a game. Same thing has happened with Anthem, from my understanding. I haven't personally played it yet, though, but my friends love it.
This is where my core
What's the dog's name? Dexter is the dog's name.
using quantum entanglement communication.
If you see me tweet about Dexter, it's about him.
Even over great distances.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide real-time feedback and analysis of the situation.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
You removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Great name. I used to love watching Dexter's Lab cartoon.
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that.
All the people in my circle think about Dexter's Lab when I tell them Dexter's name. But he's my mom's dog, and Mom named him after Dexter, from the show Dexter, about a cop who went out and he was a serial killer of serial killers. He found the criminals who got away, and he murdered them and collected their teeth. My son's name is Baxter, kinda close. Baxter is a good name. That makes me think of Last Man Standing. But Baxter's a good name.
Do you know anything more about Scott's condition?
Last Man Standing is a good show too, so...
Providing Scott with the very best care possible.
I understand. Dexter Holland is also the lead singer of The Offspring. I don't think I've heard anything from The Offspring.
What did he mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms. A flower provides...
Are you mad at me, Dexter?
...provides pollen for the flower.
He's sitting with his back to me.
And the flower can propagate.
Are you mad at me?
In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences.
Are you mad at me because I'm not coming to bed yet?
I provide you with capabilities and...
One of my favorite bands. It's okay. The point is, Dexter is a great name. I can't see him with any other name, even if he is the polar opposite of his namesake. Dexter wouldn't hurt a fly unless they were threatening one of us. He would tear them apart if they were threatening one of us. Or himself. He's been in a few fights. None that he has instigated.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Excuse me.
Printed books?
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times. Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
My wife, Iron Rose, also says your character looks great. Very nice design. Why, thank you. I appreciate it. I spent like an hour and a half designing this character in my first playthrough. I've not been able to make one that I like as well. I'm very bad at recreating characters. Sorry, just import her.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been.
Sam, brew me some coffee.
Sam, this is a...
You ever tried playing as a guy? I should have a playthrough of Scott Ryder going alongside this one. It's been a while since I played it though. I don't remember some choices that I've made so far. I might restart it.
She had some pretty controversial theories, as I recall. Never gained much traction.
I have loaded Dr. Tassoni's research onto datapads.
Also, suspect though that might have the same problem as playing as Mel Shep does in the original games, though, is that it doesn't quite vibe quite as well for me.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work.
Just because I'm so used to playing as Sarah.
So we will see who has the final word. In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful. Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Scott. Dr. Tapero says he'll be fine, but he's my son. How can I not worry? I hate to leave him like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community. When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
The coffee machine.
I was gonna say the same thing.
So busy designing you. Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a being.
And now you know what humility feels like.
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. Itself, the Protheans constructed the Citadel and an incredible network of mass effect relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
Alright. Off to... What was I doing? Investigate the security footage. Yeah, I also gotta go visit the med bay. Or cryo bay, rather. Which is also the med bay. It's the med bay and the cryo bay. All rolled into one. I just noticed that the watching now thing is not entirely accurate. It says only 2 people are watching, but there are definitely a lot more than that, like, present in the chat, even though there's only a couple of you to talk.
I'll make it right, Dash. I promise. Pathfinder, I'm Nigel McCoy. Just got out of cryo.
Welcome to Andromeda, Nigel.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. My little brother Dash was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a settlement.
That's awful. I'm sorry, Nigel.
Yeah. We were gonna start families out here together.
Also, the ones on the left are generally more emotional and empathetic than the ones on the right.
Will you
as far as the dialogue choices, you're asking me earlier why. The top left is the most emotional, bottom left is humor, top left like logical, bottom or top right is logical, bottom right is something else. I don't remember.
A little better. Looks like the muscle's bruised. The good news is the bone didn't break.
I'm sure the best.
Right is just generally more practical.
Fisher, glad to see you're doing better.
Serious.
Some expedition, hey? Captain said I'm going in the log as the first human to make contact with the Kett. And Kirkland's the first casualty. Wish it could have gone differently.
Wasn't your fault. It's obvious the Kett aren't friendly. Nothing we did could have changed that.
I suppose you're right. It's just not what you dream about. Meet a new species and 3 seconds later they're trying to kill you.
I hear you, but I guess that's life. Not everyone will see things our way. In the meantime, chin up. It'll get better.
Ryder, good to see you. Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yeah, but still, we lost a Pathfinder on my watch. Doesn't sit right.
My dad knew the danger. Part of the job.
Now I just need to make sure your brother here pulls through.
Are you staying here in the Hyperion?
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting too old?
Ha,
right, look who I'm talking to. Trust me, it happens. For me, it was Habitat 7. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the Kett, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but it's passed me by.
We'll miss you, Harry.
Just make sure to raise some hell once in a while, will you? I'm living vicariously through you.
Deal. How's Scott doing?
His condition stable.
I see signs of REM activity in the brain, so he's dreaming. Means all the wiring still works.
How did this happen?
It was dumb luck, really.
There's so much talking to do in this one.
Just as the stasis revival was
I forget about that 10 times.
coming out of a 600.
I do like it. Generally, there's a lot of talking in real life.
Don't worry, I'm on it. We're not losing.
It lets you get to know everybody.
How did you end up with the initiative?
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, is that all there is? I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way I could. I was locked into a future of diminishing returns. So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis.
Time to lift.
Chance to wake up.
Probably want to go to bed. It is almost 11 o'clock. I should go to bed here soon myself.
Don't be a stranger. If anything changes with Scott, I'll let you know.
When you want to shoot something. Once I get planet side.
Ryder.
Hayes, how's the wound?
Doc says I'll live.
Stop
This goes from a life-threatening
crashing Twitch.
I'll tell my grandkids someday.
With no need to exaggerate, that was a tough fight on Habitat 7.
Just glad to be on the other side of it.
Greer, how you feeling?
Grateful. If you and Liam hadn't found me in that cave, God knows what those aliens would have done.
We couldn't leave a man behind.
Yeah, your father, and Kirkland.
We'll never forget their sacrifice. It's a brave thing, risking your life for the greater good.
Yeah. Just seems unfair. We barely got here. I'm sorry I'm not out there with you, but Kirkland was a friend, and I'm not cut out for this anymore.
Understood. Habitat 7 was a nasty wake-up call. You take care, Greer.
You too. Thanks again.
Your Twitch crashing? I thought something was going on. I started to get a lot of buffering. I think it's my internet probably straining. Because I have been on for a little while. Yeah, I forgot I unlocked a memory. I will go. I'm gonna go watch that memory, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night. Tomorrow I will play some Skyrim, I think. Probably. I'll start as soon as I get home from lunch if we go out. If we don't, then I'll just start as soon as we get home. So that I'm not quite as pressed for time as I would be if I waited to 2. So I'll keep you posted on when I get on. Wait.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now.
This is not really where I wanted to go. I forgot that I had to watch the security footage, too. In any case.
This file is useless. Let's check another. And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another. This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Somebody working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
I know which one it is. I could just go to him. Ugh, I missed the dialogue.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
This person is not a match.
Oh, that is very interesting. It's about 11 p.m. for you, isn't it? Yep. 7:57. Suspect Jonty probably had to go to bed, and that's probably why he's gone quiet. And it no longer says he's in chat. Because he's in the same time zone I am right now.
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Who is he?
Dale Atkins reports to Kandros' department, assigned to station security.
Is that a little tiny Roomba? Look at it! It looks like a little tiny Roomba. It's 3 a.m. for me. Yeah, I'm probably going to get off here soon.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
Is that what sabotage is called these days? Work?
You're pretty arrogant for the new kid. You don't even know what's been going on.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
I'm sorry for what happened, but setting explosives isn't the answer.
Neither was sending people into exile because they didn't agree with policy. I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people. Killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
That's nothing. I'll probably be watching you at 6 a.m. when you move. Probably. Or I could just not live stream so late. Though I admit that the odds that I live stream quite late are the same as the odds of me live streaming really late here. So, you know. I'll go watch this memory and I'll go back to sleep.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay, something new every day. Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché.
You should do a little vlog of you moving.
My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
We'll see. I think I think I packed away my
Sorry, the Solarians, they're centuries.
my camcorder already. So I do be on my phone.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own fantasies. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
I think Dex is waiting to go to bed. He's been waiting for a little bit.
I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would seem his obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently logged. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. That's all for now.
Of course.
Alright, well, I am going to go to bed. Good night, Peter. And that John T, if you're still there and it's just not telling me. And that's everybody else. And as always, keep it real, spread the love, and stay determined. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.